So we are back on the Mana Symbol channel, and we're rocking and rolling on into some Ad Nauseam. Whoa! So this disgusting yet satisfying card to play. It's for 3 black black instant. It says reveal the top card of your library. Put that card into your hand. You lose life equal to its mana value, and you may repeat this process any number of times. So what are we gonna do with that, and how is that not gonna kill me instantaneously? Well, we've got Phyrexian Unlife, which is an enchantment for 2 and a white that says you do not lose the game for having 0 or less life, which means with Ad Nauseam you could pick up your entire library. It also says as long as you have 0 or less life, all damage is dealt to you as though its source had infect. So we also get a pretty good game in game 1 against Burn and Prowess, and then we get an extra 10 life buffer that is also one of our combo pieces. The way we're actually going to win the games with Thassa's Oracle, Ad Nauseam lets us pick up our deck, and we'll have 4 Thassa's Oracle in hand. We can play that to win the game on the spot. Pact of Negation helps back us up on that one. We've got Lotus Bloom to set up for fast mana. The other way we do not lose the game from all that life loss is Angel's Grace, so it's a similar effect to Phyrexian Unlife. It only lasts for 1 turn, but it's got split second. Says you cannot lose the game this turn, and your opponents can't win the game this turn until your end of turn damage that would reduce your life total to less than 1 reduces it to 1 instead. Then we've got a little bit of card draw, some Thoughtseizes, a little bit of disruption. Spoils of the Vault is the other most important card in this deck besides Ad Nauseam. We actually have 4 copies of this one. It says choose a card name and reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a card with that name. Put that card in your hand, exile all the other cards revealed this way, and you lose 1 life for each of them. So the important thing to know about Spoils of the Vault is that if you have a Thassa's Oracle and a Phyrexian Unlife or an Angel's Grace, you can win the game on the spot by casting Spoils of the Vault with your Thassa's Oracle trigger on the stack. Name a card that is not in your deck. You will exile your entire deck, and your Thassa's Oracle trigger will resolve, and you will win the game. You also get to have fun there, if you want to, by naming cards that are not in your deck and uncommonly played in Modern. So that's pretty cool. And then we've got some Wishclaw Talismans that kind of tie the room together. Pentad Prism for more fast mana. So if you really wanted to, you could kind of break this deck down into bits and pieces of your combo. So you've got these payoffs, which sort of function in a very similar way. You've got these enablers that function in a very similar way. You've got Thassa's Oracle as your win condition. Wishclaw Talisman is a tutor that provides redundancy on all of these. You've got some card draw, smoothing, and disruption. You've got some fast mana. And then Pact of Negation is a very interesting card. It's definitely in the disruption camp. The usage of it is very... you got to know how and when to use this card in this deck. Angel's Grace can, of course, prevent you from having to pay the upkeep trigger. You can't lose the game, so if you play Angel's Grace in response to this trigger during your upkeep, you won't lose the game, even though the trigger might just resolve. And then hopefully on that same turn, you're going to set up to actually win the game. So Pact of Negation sometimes just helps you get a little extra time that you need to get your combo kill. Sideboard's got all sorts of nonsense that I'm going to have to try to figure out as we go along. If Spiderspace is still around, hopefully he'll be able to help me out and not look like such a goober. Hey, Mord. We just 4-1 to league with Wurza, which was pretty cool. Who are pacts being made with? Deities? Also, yeah, already Deity 9. Nelson, yeah, Nelson smacks the dad's head. They pull the car up next to him and he just whacks him on the back of the head. It's actually on Dank Muse's channel, which is linked here. So that song was by Dank Muse and does a lot of other great Simpsons stuff. Simpsons music. There are music videos for it, which are pretty great. Thanks for the follow there, already dead 89.
Make way for Willie, you bloated gasbug!
All right. Yeah, I don't know that Titania is going to make Amulet any more broken than it was. Is this hand good? We've got infinite mana and ways to stay alive. If we're against a control deck, this hand is kind of bad. But if we're against any kind of aggressive or mid-range deck, this hand should be pretty good. I'm going to keep it. I'm not sure. But it's only a couple... Like, it's one Wishclaw Talisman or Serum Visions or Sleight of Hand away from being excellent. With Saga, it adds another turn 4 kill, but you have to pass the turn. Elementals. Okay. Well, that does fall into the camp of mid-range decks. Well, so Urza's Saga will go into your graveyard. Oh, that's... Oops. Oh. It does get a land back from the graveyard when it enters the battlefield. That's true. Oops. I can't back this up, can I? Well, it's been a while since I made a mistake like that. Alright, well, I guess we're playing Pentad Prism for 1 here. Hopefully it's not too big of a problem. I think the idea of putting Zura and Orb in your Titan deck, though, again, like you're adding a lot of cards to a deck that was already excellent A+++++. So I'm really not sure that you are just like purely gaining points by doing so. I'm not saying it's a bad move. I didn't say that, but you only need 1 copy. That okay. Yeah, because you're planning on your Urza's Saga to die and tutor it. But that's like 3 turns. Like, you can transmute? Sure. Okay. Yeah. Transmuting. Again, like, I'm not convinced that's a big gain for Titan. Titan's already an excellent deck. I don't think that's a big gain for the Titan deck. I can just spoils for Ad Nauseam over the next turn cycle, right? So I don't have enough mana to do it yet. But if I spoils for Ad Nauseam at their end step, then I should be good to go. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Plus my land drop. Yep, okay. Still can't figure out how to play Ad Nauseam. It definitely takes some getting used to. It is one of the most obtuse combo decks in Modern. We had lethal? Oh, we did have lethal, didn't we? Yeah, you're right. I was locked into thinking that I needed to spend more time to do it. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, so that turn we had 7 mana plus the... Wait, what? Oh, you don't sacrifice this. Interesting. Well, this card doesn't kill me, so that's fine. Yeah. No, I get it. I just hadn't planned out far enough. So, yeah, basically what we're gonna end up. Do I care? I don't care about that card. Sure. What we're gonna end up doing at this end of turn is gonna be essentially what we could have done, otherwise. Yeah. So, take the 5 here. Go end step. Go spoils. Sure. Take your token. Ad Nauseam. Holy crap. Didn't exile all my oracles. Good, good. I could just play this now, but I can also play it this turn, so why not? Can't lightning storm them now. You got me. Heck W. No. I was told, Fluffy, and yeah, you, well, I was complimenting your general poise and excellence as a human being. So if you go back into the VOD and see, I definitely was not someone who thought anything of the kind, sir. If you look up my Twitter, by the way, there's a sneak peek of something that I'm working on that I assume you will enjoy because you're a Magic playing human being who likes things. I can't draw anymore. Oh no! Do I want to repeat this? No, I guess I'm good. There it is. Trigger. Woohoo! So yeah, we could have just done that a turn earlier. I definitely didn't optimize that. Luckily, we were in a matchup where we had plenty of time. Okay, so what is that deck gonna play against me to mess with me? Like, do I need Slaughter Pact at all? Because I don't. I'm not really sure what I need to sideboard here. They're a 5-color creature deck, and I'm just not sure what disruption the elemental deck can have. Like, they have skelementals, I guess, but Slaughter Pact can't stop those anyway. Ceremonious Rejection and Spell Pierce don't work. Pact of Negation is theoretically okay. Yeah, it's more than a little easier, Muffins. More than a little easier. All right, I'm just gonna go as is. This is a powerful, proactive modern combo deck. This is a reasonable matchup for us. So like the fact that we don't get to sideboard anything here is not the end of the world. Like if you're not sure what you're sideboarding, this whole deck's like main deck is pretty much like linear excellence. The least linear card in this deck is Thoughtseize, and that's fine. I think I'll mull this just because I want to make sure I have a second land. I think we're a 20 land deck, usually. Yeah, we need a 1-mana cantrip or a second land. I'm not happy to keep. It seems like you should be due your second land until you actually start doing the math. And it's like your percentage chance to draw the land, 53 cards, and 19 of them are lands, is like 40%. And even on 2 draws, it doesn't go up much more. So, there we go. Hand seems fine. Let's go. My opponent's also named Dr. Pepper is great, which I think is great. I don't think Dr. Pepper's great. I think Dr. Pepper's fine. but I think my opponent's name, Dr. Peppers, is great. Yeah, I like both those cards. And in that order. Suspend. Yeah, the turn. Smoke Raider. Yep. Okie dokie. Pentad Prism. So Spoils is on top. I have an Oracle in hand. So all we're looking for is a Unlife or Angel's Grace. Alternatively, on turn 4, we're gonna have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, which means the Spoils plus the Ad Nauseam has us covered. Yeah, I was kind of expecting that. So I think I lose Clearwater Pathway and one of these Serum Visions is. Yeah. Don't need either of those cards. Do I want to play Thassa's Oracle here? I mean, I kind of do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they did. The Burning Rootwalla. The Burning Rootwalla. Or Blazing Rootwalla, I think. Blazing Rootwalla sounds better. Okay. If I'm not allowed to have cards in my hand, this game gets a lot harder. Green, blue. It's probably Omnath, right? Nope. Oh, yeah, Risen Reef, sure. Please, no Thunderkin Awakener. Please, no Thunderkin Awakener. Don't do it! We're screwed. Yeah. We're just living off the top of our deck for about one turn. I guess I could, like, Spoils into Angel's Grace. I don't think I can Spoils into anything. Because I just end up discarding it, right? Like, there's nothing I can play at instant speed that matters here. Spoils into Concession? No, we could just top deck Ad Nauseam. Which, you know, I have no way to stay alive, but we could do that. And we could die that way. Like a hero. Yeah, I don't know what I can draw here to make this... Well, I guess Phyrexian Unlife, actually. Yeah, Unlife first, and then Ad Nauseam. Well, Grace is fine. It keeps me alive for another turn. In theory. Now you name... I'm pretty sure that is not how you spell Asmor Anomar Dicadiced in a Kuldakar. But I don't really remember. Show off. Azeroth, Mantrion, Zinthos. That's excellent. What are they flickering? Yeah, the Pentad Prism. Okay, so now my mana is a lot worse. It'll still work for what I need it for. So we're still on the exact same. We're still on the exact same out. Draw specifically Phyrexian Unlife into specifically Ad Nauseam. That's the out. Mm-hmm. Make it the new Bob. I think that is a much more accessible reference, though. Like, that's not just a magic reference. Bob is like a magic reference. Now, it's not an obscure one. I mean, it's literally the dude on the art. So, oh, Ingot Chewer. Rude. All right, game 3 it is. Lightning Skelemental into Thunderkin Awakener is so brutal. I guess I could take Slaughter Pact for the Thunderkin Awakeners. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, but that's what I mean, that's what I'm saying is that Bob Bob is a much more obscure reference. Like, a lot more people know comic books and like Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go, especially Teen Titans Go is a pretty freaking popular cartoon, or it was while it was on. I assume it's off now, although it might be one of those ones that just never dies. Yeah, this is fine because of the Serum Visions. Yeah, okay. Don't whiff. Don't whiff. I think there's probably a reasonable number of people who know Dark Confidant is nicknamed Bob without really knowing why. Jeez, really? Alright, bottom. Good luck and Godspeed me. I mean, Phyrexian Unlife's a pretty good draw. Steve is always the only nickname you forget the origins of. It's just Sakura Tribe Elder, STE. It's just because it's Sakura Tribe Elder, so it's like Steve. And STS is Sakura Tribe Scout, which has recently become Stacy. Which means Azusa can be Stacy's mom. But the real question for you young whippersnappers is, who is Shadow Mage Infiltrator? Seriously? Yeah, we're doing this? Alright. And they put Ingot Chewer on top, so Pentad Prism is not long for this world. Yikes. I feel like this is often the experience of playing Ad Nauseam for me. You just end up flailing around and not doing anything. Like, game 1 we did so well, but MTG names are a bit lackluster. I mean, the names are great normally. Like, I'm not really sure what you're saying. I think the actual factual in-world names are great. Actually, I probably should have kept the Thassa's Oracle. Thassa's Oracle is not a bad play at all here. They have Skelemental, we're basically just doomed, though. Hey, look, we're doomed. Alright. Like, do I? Nah, I don't even care. It's too late. Just couldn't find lands. Serum Visions dug all the way. Didn't find a land, died. It's fine. These things happen. Probably should have mulliganed, but I was like, well, yeah, good, excellent. So yeah, probably should have mulliganed. I think you can mulligan even to 5 a lot of the time in the stack. I just was so worried after the way the Skelementals went down in game 2. It was just like completely unplayable. Yeah, Cat Jesus is. I don't know what Captain Flickery Man is though. I've never heard that nickname before. I don't know if that's an official widespread nickname. Cat Jesus is great. A local nickname from my friend for Seasoned Pyromancer is Captain Chest. Eldrazi Displacer is Captain Flickery Man. It's not a captain or a man, so I'm not surprised I didn't get that. Danger Noodle? Which one's Danger Noodle? Hex Drinker? Yeah, Sky Noodle. Yeah, Sky Noodle's really obvious because he's the Sky Nomad. All right, so this is a reasonable hand too. Oh, Luris Control. Oh no, just Gen Luris with Scalding Turns? No, it's probably Luris mid-range, Luris Control. Maybe the Grixis Scourge Shadow deck with Luris. I assume I'm losing Lotus Bloom here. That's what I would take if I were them, I think. Just to make sure I couldn't. Top Ramen? Well, you shouldn't be calling Urian Danger Noodle. Urian is not a very dangerous creature. Like, it is with the synergy of a bunch of other creatures, but, like, that's not really... I wish I could draw that in several turns, but I can't. Top Ramen? What? A ridiculous name. Oh, it is Grixis. Shit. I don't want to play against counter magic. It's consistently the biggest creature in the decks you played in. Yeah, but it's not the most dangerous. I'm not saying Urian is failing at his job. Like, it's not supposed to be a very dangerous creature. It's a very efficient sort of value creature that you get to play with for free. The kingpin of your empire of little crappy creatures. More discard? Crap. Jesus, that Sprite Dragon's already huge. I wanted to put the Phyrexian Unlife second from the top because of this exact situation. Jeez. But I was like, oh, I don't want to draw the Seachrome Coast. Like, it just doesn't help me right now. So, I don't feel bad about the choice that I made, but... So, do I have time to put the Serum Visions on top? Probably. Not sure I understand how Phyrexian Unlife works. We don't die to infect from all the damage we do to ourselves. Well, most of the damage we're doing to ourselves, Fusion Blaze, is not damage. It's life loss. And Magic has a distinction between damage and life loss. So damage causes loss of life, but damage and loss of life are not equal. So life loss is the ultimate, like, taking your life total and reducing it. Damage is something that needs to sort of go through the rigmarole, the red tape. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, what? Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Bolt, double bobble. So do I have to Angel's Grace here? No. I'm just gonna see if I can live for a turn. Out of the goodness of their heart. No, probably not. So we draw Serum Visions, and maybe we get lucky. Oh, maybe we do. So, anything that says you're going to lose life is not dealing damage to you, and therefore does not get transformed into... Okay, we're just dead. Does not get turned into poison counters. So if there's a Furnace of Wrath in play, let's say, which is an enchantment for 1 red, red, red that says all damage is doubled, if you play something that says target player loses 3 life, it doesn't double that damage, right? So it's important in Magic pretty consistently to always pay attention to very, very technically exactly what words are being used on the card. Because oftentimes it makes a big difference in how it interacts with other cards. Now, sometimes it doesn't, which is a little awkward. But I don't think I want Thoughtseizes. Maybe I want Slaughter Pacts. I probably want Slaughter Pacts. Slaughter Pact and Veil, we just should be able to slow roll our way to victory here. English is annoying. If it's not your primary language, it's also difficult. But Magic Ease is not really English. It's a lot closer to like a programming language. Bros and broettes and bro tweens. I love that. How you doing, Lizzie? All right. MTG is Turing complete. It is. Stream for pretty much nobody. That hasn't happened for a while. There's a lot of hype around Modern right now, but I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Oh, yay. Turn 1 discard. Hurrah! Crap! They freaking bobbled me. Ah! Now they know there's a Veil of Summer that's about to be in my hand. Ugh. That's so annoying. Yep. As a person who's played targeted black discard against Ad Nauseam plenty in my life, if they have a untapped mana that could possibly be green, you should be wary of Veil of Summer. But it's very different when you literally know they're going to have it. It's not quite the same interesting game of give and take. Well, I wouldn't worry about people like that, Liz. Not that I think you would. Do I want the second Veil? I think I do. Yeah. Because I'm going to have to beat multiple discard spells and counter spells, possibly. I feel like the fact that I'm used to how overly weird and complex MTG is like Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah, it's not dissimilar. I mean... Wow, that sucks. I mean, at least it costs them 2 mana to do it. So if we find the Ad Nauseam in time, that could work out. You figure they don't have Spotify or anything, they join streams to listen to tunes. You know what they should do, though? Probably, if they want to be an adult goddamn human being, is they probably should just put together a YouTube playlist and get an ad blocker, you know? Not that I'm saying, but I'm saying that's pretty easy. I think any idiot could do it. Not that I have anything against idiots, but you know. I'm pro-idiot being pretty stupid myself. Then you won't get revenue when they click on your stream. I wouldn't worry about it, Liz. You're not getting much. Respond to my City of Brass. Jeez. Come on, deck. Help me out. Well, they tapped off their engineered explosives, so if we find something, we could be in good shape here. Huh. Okay. Well. No, we don't win. At least I don't think we win. Oh, we could. Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah, we just win. Well, we might not, but if we don't win... Oh yeah, okay. We just win. So, what's everyone's favorite card name? Force me? Nope. Abandoned Sarcophagus? Abattoir Ghoul? Shadow? You mean Death's Shadow? Sure. Why not? Simian Spirit Guy? Hot Soup. Hot Soup is a good one. Shattering Spree. Play of the Game. I like Play of the Game. Bonus round. Fork. Fork is good. Stomp. Stomp is always a good choice. Petty Theft. Also a good one. Do I want Spell Pierces? I probably should have had them, huh? Hour of Despair? Yeah, it is. Didn't say please. Oh, man. These are fire. You guys know exactly where we're at with this. All right, I think we'll be all right with this setup. Didn't say please. That's so good. Hour of Devastation's also a good one. And Hour of Promise. And Hour of Glory? I think that's one. I feel like there's probably some really fantastic Kamigawa legendary names that are worth choosing. Well, there's Maga. Betrayer of humans? Betrayer of something? Victory Chimes. Oh yeah, we got the... All right, do I have time for that? Yeah, probably. I got time for one of those. Reject? Yeah. Yeah, Reject is pretty good. Oh my. Oh, I wasn't expecting that one. Okay. Yeah, Maga Trader to Mortals, thank you. I knew she was Trader to something. Reveals Croxa. Oof. Starbadian Empires Volume 7, that's good. I'm gonna give you a nice long read, opponent. I'm trying to think of the best card that's like 90% flavor text. Like something where if like the opponent ever looks it up, it's like it doesn't have any like really relevant rules text. It's just like this rambling nonsense. Still waiting for volume 8. Well, I think 1 through 6 were in flavor text during Ice Age? The Dark? Alliances? Ice Age and Alliances? Probably. And I think that was the joke about Volume 7 being in Time Spiral. It was like there weren't... Yeah. Illusion of Choice. Delusions of Mediocrity. Also Delusions of Grandeur. That's an excellent draw. Thank you, deck. So 4, 5, 6, 7 plus the land drop means we should be good to go next turn. Pretty much no matter what. Champions victory. And the sweet Sweet, sweet victory. Yeah. Full text island. Thoughtseize. Yikes. Man, they have drawn a lot of cards. Man, they are almost dead. There is a Culligan's command, but Sprite Ring, that's fine. Main Serval from Ikoria has the largest flavor text. Really? What about what is it called? Colossal. No, Gigantosaur? Is that the name of that card? Gigantosaur? So I have 2 mana left. They can't drown an Ad Nauseam. It was the largest in 2020. That makes sense. I like Gigantosaur a lot, though. It's got a great flavor text. It's just the green, 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 5 green for a 10/10. Is that right? Or is it bigger? Is it a 2020? It's ludicrous, and it's got a great flavor text by Vivian. Green, 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 green. Yeah, 10/10. Because I remember they talked about it on Faithless Brewing, and they were like, this is unplayable. How big would it have to be playable? Like, would a 2020 be playable? It's like, nah. Cute, though. Wow, that is the draw, huh? So play this for black, go black. Black. See. Black, black, black. Blue. Play Ad Nauseam. Fate Foretold is flavorful. Can you name unset cards? I think you can. There used to be a rule that you could only name cards that were legal in the format you were playing, but they changed that a while back. Name Badass. Yeah, that'll be the next one. All right, opponent. Do you have 2 1-mana counters? I don't think that you do. Oh. So I just win? Yay! Gorilla Titan. I want a banana this big. Bolt. Okay. But opponent, I have 0. They must not have played against this before. I don't have Pact of Negations in hand because I sideboarded them out. Probably shouldn't have, but I did. But I had Veil of Summers in hand, right? I had 1. Ah, Thassa Oracle. Why were you written as equal to or less? We'll never know. Werebear also has excellent flavor text in the same vein as Gorilla Titan. Oh, Reject's flavor text is like, it's about the goblin. And it's like, listen, I know you're excited to get into the school, but you can't just keep hopping around me saying the word apply. Well, we've got a turn 4 kill here if we can find a little more mana. Wheel of Torture. I'd like to buy a bowel. No, turn 5 kill. So we need a little more mana. Ah, we'll probably be fine. Or not. Who knows? Wheel of Torture. Night Gilded Gosling. Have yourself a good one. Oh, yeah. Yo, give me that Swiss spear. Girl, give me that Swiss spear, Swiss spear. Yo, give me that Swiss spear. I am artificially cocky, by the way, chat. This hand is sketchy, and we're on the draw. Spoiled turn 1 and slam the Lotus. I haven't, but I have spoiled for things that were not 100% chance. Like I've taken the percentage play spoils a good number of times. Where you're like, well, I might die on the spot for casting the spoils of the vault, but on the other hand, I'm not winning without it, so. Yeah, we're about to be... We're about to be in trouble. Okay, we're not yet. Stormwing? Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely not how that card works. But it's cute that they thought so. Well, you're a little late, aren't you? Oh, Lotus Bloom, you joker. So, on their turn, am I supposed to go Angel's Grace Spoils for Thassa's Oracle? So that on my turn, I can go Angel's Grace Spoils and win? I wonder if there's a window where I can do that. It depends on how they sequence, but it is possible. Although the Lavidart in their graveyard will kill me during my upkeep, so... No, it won't, because I have split second Angel's Grace. Okay. Actually, yeah, we're definitely going to go Angel's Grace, Spoils of the Vault for Thassa's Oracle, and then untap and win. That's the plan, anyway. Vapor Snag. That's fine. Okay, this is only 9 damage. So I don't need to do anything yet. Mutagenic growth, sure. Wow, we would have been so very dead. Good thing about Angel's Grace. So we go Angel's Grace now. Yeah. Well, I have to hit the Oracle now, and I have to hit it before I lose 12. So live to win till you die, till the light goes in your eyes. Live to win, take it all. Don't stop fighting until you... Two damage. 2. Deuce. I took 2. Never didn't have it. Good luck, OP. Good luck. Oh, it's my upkeep. You better kill me now. Love it, Art. Oh, they did it! You fool! With each passing moment, you become more doomed. You fool. Only now do you see the error. Alright, who's got the spoils choice? You actually die in cleanup if you bled for too much on their turn. No, I understand that, LC Knight Rider. That's why I didn't Victory's Envoy? Enduring Victory. Enduring Victory. Abandon. I do like Abandon Reason. Boop. Vapor snag me, baby. Do it. Yeah, well, that's what I was saying, the LC Knight Rider. Like, sometimes this deck, like, you do have to make plays like I did. But you have to know how to do it. Alright. Again, you got me. Except you didn't. Kudos, opponent. You sure did not win that game. Well, if you guys ever need a favor, just look for the happiest guy in Springfield. No, people, he's talking about himself, but thanks for looking. So this is one of those awkward matchups where I both want Slaughter Pact, but I also want to keep the Pact of Negations. It's Thoughtseize is the card they definitely don't need in this matchup, I think. So we just take Slaughter Pact and like one Spell Pierce? Or maybe one Echoing Truth? I kind of like the extra Spell Pierce just to mess with like their Manamorpho CCs or something. It's a mild degenerate. I love how Thoracle works like that. Yeah. As a non-combo player, for the most part, I do not enjoy that Thassa's Oracle works like that, but I will say playing Magic Online a lot more has made me a lot more accepting of being a combo player because I don't have to look my opponent in the face. If I have to look my opponent in the face, I don't think I can play a deck like this. I'm kidding, of course, but it's not my favorite. In paper, I like the crunchiness of being able to think more. So I've said it before, but like the reason I really love playing control decks so much, GD face, UBM name victory. Well, so I've said it before, but like one of the reasons I love playing control decks in general is that you just don't know what your game plan is. You can name divide by 0. You can, and I like going on the journey. Whereas like, when you're playing a deck like this, I feel like once you learn the lines, the deck usually tends to be kind of rote. Which means it feels a lot more like gambling than gaming to me. And so that's a long-winded, obnoxious explanation of why I like the decks that I like. We might be casting Slaughter Pact this turn. Because I can pay for it on my upkeep, and if they go all in on the Sprite Dragon, I'm going to have a time. Oh, I see. Do I double Pact Angel's Grace? Anyone? Double Pact Angel's Grace?
That's the rule.
Untap, play Wishclaw. Then we can set up for another Angel's Grace into Ad Nauseam. Yeah, I think OG Trilla is probably right. I think it's pretty loose, but it's like really obnoxious. It's probably got some meme value to it. I don't know if that means I want to do it more or less. Be good TV? Alright, I'm in. That's the only argument I needed to hear. Get out of here. Do it. Do it. Bloop. Pay to prevent this. Nah, I'm good. Pay to prevent this. Nah. Opponent is, of course, currently seething, I'm sure. Any huge impact on Legacy Modern Horizon 2? I don't know about huge, but there'll definitely be impact. Like the Yavimaya card, the Urborg for Forest, that card is going to be a big deal, I think. So, what's a hose sideboard against blue? Well, what kind of blue? Like, do you mean a deck that has blue in it? Or, like, is there some specific blue deck that you want to hose? Oh, against Ad Nauseam? Dispel is really good. Dispel is a really good card against Ad Nauseam. Also, Unmoored Ego for Thassa's Oracle if you can resolve it. Split Second Edict is good for Legacy? Yeah, it might be. Dispel. Dispel. Not that spell, Dispel. Yeah, Ragavan sounds pretty busted for Legacy. Alright, what am I doing here? Wish for Unlife. That's a thought. Yeah, that's actually, that is the thought. Yeah. I'm a little concerned about what happens if they have a way to remove it, but thank you so much for the sub there, Tartan Scarf. Hope you continue to have a great time here. Enjoy the emotes. We've fallen further from the glory of Ralph. We are further away from that next emote slot. People have been falling off, but that's all right. We'll get there someday. Somehow. We're also one follower away from 900. Yep. They only have ways that cost 2 or 3 mana to bounce it. Yeah. I mean, they need to be playing... And I just don't think they're playing a lot of those cards. I'm just saying I'm concerned about it. I don't think I actually need to be. The thing I need to be playing around right now is Mystical Disputes and Spell Pierces. I don't know. I could play for a Spell Pierce right now, right? And then I draw a bunch of Slaughter Pacts and just kill this on their turn, untap, and play a bunch of Angel's Graces. Like, if this Ad Nauseam resolves, there's basically no way I'm losing. Although I probably should cast it on their upkeep. I think once you cross the threshold, you get that emote forever. Emote slot forever. But I've never done it, so don't hold my word to that. You got Silence in there? No, but I have a bunch of pacts, right? Like a ton of them. And Angel's Graces. I think I just want to do it on their turn. I don't think they're likely to kill me. We just go end step, Ad Nauseam, then my turn, Ad Nauseam. Because they're still pretty incentivized to try to kill me. If they try to bounce the Unlife, we just play Ad Nauseam in response, and they shouldn't be able to stop that. Yeah, that's why I'm not... Yeah, that's why I'm not casting it on my turn, because I don't want to have to, like, pick a 7 right now. When, like... Yeah, they can't activate the Claw. You're not wrong. I'm hoping that they try to push more damage right now. Or at least put a Soulscar Mage into play or something. But they might be slow rolling because they don't really have a great hand. Alright, well. Damn it. Ugh, they have so much mana open after that. Huh. Well, that'll do. Spoils for Veil. Play the Veil. No, Spoils for Veil. Put in my hand. Pass the turn. Ad Nauseam Veil on their turn. But I don't need to Spoils for the Veil now. I can just do it on their turn. Okay. Not for Pact. Veil's better because you can play it first, and then for the rest of the turn, nothing is counterable. I think I have enough mana to be getting along with, although I might be thinking about that wrong. Lavadar, sure. They're down to one card in hand. They do have the Talisman, but like I'm not super worried about it. So they could put me to, what, 1 here? Okay, this doesn't get them over the Phyrexian Unlife hump, though. They just put me to 1? Alright. Best thing about getting Veil here, too, is that once I play the Veil, if they do have a way to bounce the Unlife, they have to do it before the Veil resolves. Otherwise, the Unlife gains hexproof from blue. So... Holy crap. Wait, what? 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 Oh my god, I didn't bring in my Veils. What? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Oh... Why did I not bring in my Veils? Because I was bringing in the Slaughter Pacts and I thought I wanted the Pact of Negations. That's what I did. Whoops. It's fine. I just, you know, made a goof that you can do. All right. Well, I guess I want Veils now. Although, yeah. Well, I mean, this is one of those things that happens when you're like not practiced and you don't. Thanks, a little cheeky. That is a new kind of mistake. I have not made a mistake like that in a while. That was great. We did it for the content. Thanks for the bits, friend. because I got Oh yeah, I brought in these spell pierces. Yeah, that was a mistake. Died naming cards unspoiled, cause I got high. Died naming cards unspoils, because I got high. Named the wrong cards and I died, cause I got high. Yeah, that was a fantastic mistake. It's been a long time since I've done something like that. Just to say it again. I've made stupid mistakes, but not like that kind of stupid. So they had one card in hand. They still had the Wishclaw to activate, so it's not even sure that we would have been okay there. This hand is real good, though. The mana's not great. One assumes we'll draw the little bit of mana that we need. What does I take on the recent new cards for control? We have so many potential toys between Subtlety, Suspend, Solitude, and Damn. I think Subtlety's insane. Solitude is hard to play in blue-white X. Suspend may be really good in blue-white with 4 Teferi. Yeah, I mean, that's generally correct. But all of these things, like, these things are they're all good tools for control decks, but control decks are always going to be a lot about adjusting for the metagame. So it's not really going to matter that we have that anyone has access to all of these tools until we know what other people are playing. So that's the general wisdom that I have. I don't know that I can keep this hand. I mean, I probably should. It's just the mana's so crappy. Well, there's not going to be a Triome in this set, but it could be any time in the next year. I just want something with better mana. That's it. That's got better mana. Keep this bottom Angel Grace. Yep. Triomes not coming to a store near you yet, but soon enough. Veil, yes please. Cha-ching. Actually, the Veil's not that good right now, but it probably will be. Suspend with Teferi is not going to be as good as I think the hype says it is. Teferi isn't a companion that you start with, and combo isn't guaranteed. It can be removed before the suspended credit comes down. Well, I mean, that's all true, but again, it all really matters, like, what is being played and why and in what, like, Teferi's already an infinitely playable card, and you didn't need the allure of what Suspend does to make that something that you want to do. So no, Suspend is now a card. There's a card called Suspend. It's a blue exile target creature with put 2 suspend counters or 2 time counters on it, and if it doesn't have Suspend, it gains Suspend. Yeah, the card Suspend. Right. Well, it's like Grief. Like, Grief plus Ephemerate is clearly, like, objectively quite powerful, but how powerful it's actually going to end up being in the metagame is going to depend on a lot of other factors. Okay. I think I want to play Thassa's Oracle here, because I just need to find Ad Nauseam. I mean, I don't need to, but the only punish for this is if I... Yikes. That's fine, though. The only punish for playing the Thassa's Oracle here is if I just draw exactly the card Spoils of the Vault. And while there are 4 of those, there's 2 Wishclaw Talismans and 2 Ad Nauseams to draw into. So, actually, that's not that many. Huh. I don't know if that was correct. We'll find out. My draw is obviously not doing me any favors at the moment. 3 plus 7. Okay. Spoils can find Nas. That's true. That's true. But I need a little more time. I mean, Kaya's Guile is just phenomenal. Kaya's Guile is the number one reason I think that Esper exists. Otherwise, it would be blue-white and blue-black sort of battling it out against each other over which is the preferable way to play control in Modern. Okay, so we're going to 0 life. And they can basically just kill me next turn. And they did not play a blue card, so I can't use this Veil to cycle. So everything's riding on the Serum Visions I'm about to draw. Which is pretty yikes. You don't have to pitch for Solitude, though. And it's a 2-for-1, right? It's not super efficient in terms of cost, but... But I agree, it's not insane for Esper as it's currently constructed. Stern Dismissal. They do play a one-way mana way to do that. It's a good thing I have this Spell Pierce. Oh, I could have veiled there. I should have veiled there. Huh. Should probably veil now. Oops. Yeah, I did that wrong. Yeah. And we'll see. Well, I don't have enough mana. I can spoil for Angel's Grace. No, that doesn't help me. Lotus Bloom doesn't help. Second spoils helps, but I don't get to keep it, and I'm not going to live long enough. And I boarded out the Slaughter Pacts, didn't I? Yeah, because after the way last game went, where they just played a single Stormwing and they beat me to death slowly with it, I was like, oh, I guess I don't need that. Shoot. We're just dead. Just had too fast of a start. I don't know that I made any misplays in this game. Well, I know I made the one misplay in this game. It wasn't relevant to the way we ended up losing, but I did make the one misplay this game. We're just one turn away, and I don't think there's any way I can survive. Like, I just don't... I don't have any cards that help me survive here. Yeah, unfortunate. Man, those Sprite Dragons just got so big so fast. They got a turn 4 kill, basically. But they're getting a turn 5 kill where they're doing 30 damage. Like, jeez. Seeing people like Dude Mike excited for Domain Zoo with Scion of Draco. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing I can do. Just dead. Alright, well, tough break, but Blue-Red Prowess is one of the best decks in the format for a reason. I think I made mistakes. Well, I certainly made a humongous mistake in game 2, so I think we should have won that match, but I just goofed it by naming the wrong card. Which is a shame. And then we had a close one in the first. Well, we had a great game one there, and then we just died in game two and three. So this is actually the way that Ad Nauseam felt like the last times I've played it, where it's like it feels very powerful and like you could win out of nowhere a lot of the time, but my ineptitude with it definitely like just leads to these kind of situations. I've had better leagues than this, but Blue Red Prowess is the best deck. Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm not gonna futz around about it. I disagree, Colby. If you don't have a plan for it, you're gonna have an incredibly short day. Oh, it's the trophy leader. Any Modern Horizon 2 hype going on here? I'm pretty excited to play with a lot of the cards. I'm not excited to make up bad, ludicrous takes for any of them. The new Oriok Champions type card is dumb. Why do you say that? It looks reasonable. Still on Tron. E Principe still cracking away with Green Tron. Yay! We're not gonna hit our land drops again. Jesus. Why do you do this to me? I'm good to you ad nauseam. Well, I try to be good to you ad nauseam. I really do. Oh, there's a forest. There's hope. Okay, so we can just play the Pentad Prism this turn? Okay. So... Problem is he's on so many cards in hand. Yeah. Land, please. Good. Karn Liberated, Karn the Great Creator, Wormcoil. Well, I can't let them have Karn the Great Creator. Yeah, Persist looks pretty cool. What the hell am I doing here? So, I think I'm taking their Karn the Great Creator. The problem is, what am I doing afterwards? Yeah, I know it shuts off our Prism. That's why I think I have to take Karn the Great Creator. No, Big Karn only exiles one of our permanents, whereas Karn the Great Creator shuts off our Pentad Prism while being able to do more. So, Big Karn can get rid of my Pentad Prism. I can use the Pentad Prism first to play Phyrexian Unlife. Then they'll exile the Unlife, which means my mana is choked. What are they casting next turn? Well, they're going to play Great Creator or Karn, right? And I get to choose which one. And there's just no, I just have to figure out what I'm doing now that I know that they're going to have a Karn liberated. Because I'm pretty sure I can't let them have Karn the Great Creator. I mean, I guess I could. But there's nothing I can do with my mana in response. No, maybe I take the Karn liberated, play Wishclaw Talisman, go get Thassa's Oracle. I have to do that this turn. Let them play Karn the Great Creator. They could also go get whatever they want. Let them Karn -3 the Wishclaw. What? Do you think they would? Maybe they would. All right. Yeah, I guess this is kind of the best path forward, actually. It's a good thought. What they should do here is just go Karn, exile the Pentad Prism. Oh, they might. Yeah, they're gonna dig. It's free. Yeah, we took Karn the Great Creator in it. Yeah? Okay. Sure. That was reasonable. What the hell am I supposed to do to that? Mm-hmm. Jesus. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I think your strategy was fine. It was just too little too late. Holy shit. What a draw. Yeah, that's a brutal matchup. I mean, I think it's very winnable. I just like the opener I kept was just yeah. They drew 2 cards and one of them was Karn. Like, what are you gonna do? Thoughtseize Rug Strikes again. You know it. Feel like I can trim some number of Unlife or Angel's Grace here. Maybe just the Thoughtseize. Maybe I don't need the Echoing Truth. All right. I mean, they also kept the 7 and just like had the perfect sort of draw out. And like, even though they didn't have turn 3 Tron, like they're just they was so resilient. They just didn't need to care about anything. This doesn't have enough mana. It has enough mana, but no lands. This has no lands. That has no lands. That has no lands. Cool. We're on 2. All right. You know what? Let's go on an adventure. It is Colby. People are doing incredibly well in challenges and stuff with this deck. So this deck is fine. I am not the greatest player of this deck, and I don't know what hands to keep / what hands to mulligan a lot of the time, which is the bigger problem. The deck is totally fine. Like you need to actually just go and look at the fact that people are making it work, and that is the That's the evidence that says it's fast enough. Like I agree the deck is like it feels like it's just not good enough anymore, but um because we thought Ad Nauseam was dead and it isn't, it's just a turn slower. But not always, right? It has the fastest possible lines are still in the deck. Because the fastest possible lines never involved casting Ad Nauseam. So like that's the biggest misconception that people had is like, oh, like they took away the Ad Nauseam lines from being as good, and you don't believe me. Well, go look at some challenge results. Unless you're saying something else, but like if you just go look at the challenge results. Also, thank you, Lucas Nana. That is my 900th follower. But yeah, if you go look at the challenge results, like there are people who are top 8ing with Ad Nauseam. There are people who are doing very, very well with Ad Nauseam. It is not too slow for the format. And again, it is not a full turn slower. Hey, Hugo Freitas. Yeah, deck is very, very decent. It's definitely not as good as it was before. But you could still turn 3 people. Your maximum speed is exactly the same and exactly as consistent because it didn't involve Ad Nauseam. It's spoils and Thassa. It's not tier 1, but it attacks the meta in a good way. Right, but it can momentarily be tier 1 if the meta is set up in a way where everyone is playing decks that are vulnerable to it. So, like, because tier 1, again, is context dependent, right? Like, that's not... Like, I would say Niv Mizzet, 5-color Niv to light was tier 1 for about a month a little while back. But then the metagame adjusted in a way where it just didn't line up so well. But it was like crushing all sorts of events. All right, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to bottom one of the Thoughtseizes. Yeah. I think I would like to fire this off on turn 1. Huh. Okay. See, this is one of those things of inexperience. Like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to take there. I feel like taking the Teferi is correct. Because I can't take enough of their counter magic to be relevant, and they have an opt anyway to draw into more. Well, you can tell Ensnaring Bridge is really good against the meta. It does seem pretty good. Teferi is correct. Good. Yeah, Ensnaring Bridge was really good in the last league. We played against Titan twice, and we just flattened them. So, that was nice. Ah. Right, but what do you base the word not consistent on? Because I've heard this come up so many times in a lot of different contexts. And people just say thing X is not consistent. And it's like, well, what are you talking about not consistent? Like, yeah, there's only 4 copies of Spoils and 4 copies of Oracle, but there's also 4 copies of Angel Grace, 4 copies of Phyrexian Unlife. Those cards both work with it. If you draw 2 Spoils, you can Spoils for the Oracle and then Spoils for a card that isn't in your deck. So Spoils is like a redundant Oracle. You also have Wishclaw Talisman in the deck. Like, and again, like my argument for no, it's consistent enough. Yeah, and that's fine for you to think that, but like if people are able to win challenges with it, or like get into the top 8 on 6-0 runs through the Swiss, I just don't believe it's a glass cannon. Like that is not a definition of a glass cannon to me. I don't think that I can play it that well at this moment, but I think that the deck has that potential and therefore should be something that people take seriously. You know? The Velomachus deck, right? When you get a Velomachus into play and you attack, I did the math in my article. If you have. Yeah, but you don't need to win on turn 3. How often do you actually need to win on turn 3? Would you like me to pay 3 to have this 3 mana? Because I will do so. Glass cannon is a cannon capable of working while being made of glass. The concept is something that is powerful but fragile. So, however you want to frame that, like, yes, it is functioning as a cannon whilst being fragile. Yeah. On the play turn 4. Yeah. But, like, the point is you don't necessarily need to go that fast. That's not necessary. Okay. So, when is the best time to play this stuff? Probably if they fetch, I think I'm supposed to jam the Ad Nauseam. And then if I have to discard the hand size, that's fine. I think that's correct. And I can pay for a mana leak if I have to. Yeah, that's the thing is like the deck is very or the meta is very aggressively oriented right now. And this deck just has a good game 1 against those aggressive decks, which is a big deal. It's just not easy for burn or prowess or I don't know, any of those aggressive decks to just kill you in game 1. They don't get free points that way. So, it is kind of awesome. See, now they have so much more mana. I was hoping that they would have tapped down. I guess I could spoils here for force. Not force, pact. Because there's 3 in the main deck. Uses up combo pieces though. Yeah, I mean that's how you have to work. Sometimes. Like, I can't just waste all this mana here. I think it basically comes down to I can't beat 2 pieces of interaction from them. So I'm assuming this is going to be Archmage's Charm or something similar. Nice thing about spoils is it plays around Reman and Mana Leak very well. Oh, it's the Queller. I knew they had that. Okay. So that's fine. Sure. It's their turn, so if they have Force of Negation, they can't use it. There we go. Whee! Anyway, the upshot of it is I think that Ad Nauseam is a very reasonable deck to be playing right now, which is part of the reason I'm recording this video. Yes, you can be as stupid as me and punt games away, but it is a very interesting deck to play if you want to learn like a crunchy, reasonable combo deck in Modern right now. And the only evidence that I need to know that it is fast enough and competitive enough is the fact that it is doing incredibly well in the hands of the people who are talented with it. Where, oh my god, I had to grace during my upkeep. Sorry, I was talking. So that was a game win that I just threw away because I didn't grace during my upkeep, which if you asked me in the abstract, I knew that I needed to do. Oh well. All right. Well, let's not do that again. Man, I'm just not on my game tonight. I'm usually not that terrible. So, do I actually want Spell Pierces against the Spell Queller deck? I don't think that I do. Thoughtseize is fine, probably. I don't think that I want Veil. Oh, no, it's fine. No problem. And this is like one of those things was like, yeah, like I knew exactly what I needed to do there and I didn't even like, I just punted through it by not paying attention. Imagine for people who don't know what they're supposed to be able to do there and they think that they can't win, right? And that's one of the things that does hold a deck like this back is it's just, well, yeah, but that's my decision. Don't worry about it. So we had the win there. I demonstrated the win there. All I needed to do was cast an Angel of Grace during my upkeep, which is uncounterable, and then play a Thassa's Oracle. I could have played 2 Thassa's Oracles, so with 3 Pact of Negation backup. So it's no one's fault but mine. I don't know. This is another one of those matchups where I think I'm just good to go with what I have. Maybe I want to play Veil of Summer. I'm pretty sure I actually do want to play Veil of Summer just because I probably just want Veil over Thoughtseize, huh? The problem with Veil is Spell Queller, but like, yeah. We did get reasonably lucky in that game too. It sucks to waste it like that. Yikes. That's what happens when you get into the rye. Oh, that's fine. It's a good time to do it. Friday night, baby. Yeah, this is a keep. Just ship one of these shores. Play Temple. And let's go. Rye is delicious. Do I want that? Probably. I'll have enough time. I'm kind of worried about how much mana I'm going to have here, but we'll probably figure it out. Or die trying. Celestial Colonnade. That is definitely the card we want to see up against us. Sword of Feast and Famine. Okay, that's a lot more frightening. Do I want to get... Force me? Yeah, alright. Works for me. Poing. I kind of wanted to go and get a Lotus Bloom there. But that kind of worked. I mean, that's not my fault, Spider. I didn't do that to them. Yeah? Okay. I like you, opponent. You're sassy. Oh, yeah. Better lucky than good. Better lucky than good, I always say. Woo! So did you just play your wear tear? That's funny. That's interesting. I wonder how's that going for you? So I can pack this. Can pack this, then spoils for Angel's Grace if I want to. Or I just let it go and then replay the Phyrexian Unlife. I think I have to let it go, which sucks, but... Yep. If they have another land, they get to start going nuts with the Sword of Feast and Famine, which is really going to suck. There's just nothing I can do to stop that right now, but... Okay, that's a good draw. Not a great draw, but a good draw. Okay. Well, yeah, if they have enough mana for the sword and equip... man, this is going to be rough. I really wish I hadn't thrown that game one. This one's close, but if they have the land, yeah, it's not that close anymore. Shoot. Rough. Yep. I mean, I lose Pact of Negation here, which is... You thought the card that killed Ad Nauseam was Teferi, but you never had any issues beating it. Sorry, you never had any issues beating it... beating Teferi on Ad Nauseam? I mean, I'm not saying you necessarily should have had problems, but this is definitely a pain in the Tookus card for Ad Nauseam. You never had a problem beating Ad Nauseam regardless of the deck you're on. Yeah, for the most part, I would agree with that. I usually haven't had problems beating Ad Nauseam. I wonder if they have a way to bounce the Unlife. Probably means I should stop here. Although they have the Colonnade, so I am potentially dead on board. No, I still have the Unlife. Right. Okay. Unless they bounce it. I'm assuming they're going to bounce it and be able to Colonnade. I have double spoils plus Veil here, so I can stop. Just suspend this. I know it won't resolve unless I get rid of the Teferi, but that's fine. So... if they could bounce it and animate the Colonnade, which they didn't. Okay, we might be okay here. Ad Nauseam Neobrand, Ad Nauseam. Well, I mean, Jund has the particular ability of actually being able to attack Ad Nauseam's mana, and one of the things I've always said about one of the things I've always said about Ad Nauseam is the best way to beat Ad Nauseam is to attack their mana. If they're not able to put together like 5 to 7 mana, then they just lose, and that's one of the reasons why Teferi in Nimvisit was so important. You talk about my run, you Matt? It's been fine. It's been a lot of close ones. Second to Fairy. Stoneforge, that's fine. They're not going to be able to beat Veil here, I think. Or are you talking about a run you were on? All right. Got him. Good old value Ad Nauseam. Hope I didn't board out my Thassa's oracles. Boy, would that be awkward. Trigger. Oh, no! Oh, Teferi! Ah! All the Ad Nauseam players always play it this way. Yep. So punting again to stupid crap that I could tell you, of course, if you ask me in the abstract. God, why am I so bad tonight? Jesus. Well, we're not dead. That's another Oracle on top. Crap! Ah, I was expecting him to ask me to choose to put something on the bottom. God damn it. Wow, just like the non-stop punts. Unreal. I have never played this badly in a single league that I like was sitting here and was knowingly aware of. It's been a long time since I got by a Time Raveler that badly. Oh, they just bounced my Ad Nauseam and I'm dead. All right, just shame scoop out. So I think we just ended this league 1-4, which is pretty brutal. But most of it was not the deck. Most of it was me just making ridiculous errors. I don't even know what to attribute to that to, because that is just not, I don't think that's normal for me. But yeah, so Ad Nauseam, definitely not the most straightforward deck to play. I've never played it that badly. I'm not entirely sure why I did, but that's okay. And it's definitely been popping off recently. As with the last two leagues, my record was not particularly good, but the deck feels very, very powerful. Did I get into the rye? Not particularly. I mean, I had a beer, but like not in a way that should make me play this garbage. Like I'm very coherent and lucid. So anyway, yeah, I like Spider's list a bit. I don't get these fractures super much, but I'm sure they're for matchups that I don't know that I'm supposed to be playing against. The Spell Pierces too were a little awkward, but again, like one league is not enough of a sample size to know. Slaughter Pacts were also super awkward. Like I kept wanting to bring them in against stuff, and then it didn't seem like it was correct to do so. So again, as usual, like with this kind of like very powerful linear combo deck, you really need to know what pieces of the deck you want to move out in what matchups, what pieces of the sideboard you want to move in those matchups, which is some of the biggest difficulty of playing these decks. Beyond the fact that this is just a kind of difficult deck to execute. So don't get got by Teferi Time Ravelers, and don't punt horrifyingly in just ridiculous ways. So all that out of the way. That was Ad Nauseam. If you are watching this in the future on the YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, check out any other videos you want, and leave a comment about my horrible punts here. And I'm sure I'll see you over there.